Alrighty, so here's the plan right now. The plan is we're going to, in between now and 22 minutes from now when Trump comes in, we're going to keep our eye on a couple of pairs, the dollar and the CAD, and we're going to review a few things. First off, since the stream this morning, there's been so much that's happened, man. So we're going to read off a few things here. Let's make this a little bigger so it's easier to see for you all. All right. So on the topic of Ukraine, and because this is an address, Trump's address to Congress, and Trump's going to mention Ukraine here, right? Trump has told his advisors he wants to announce the Ukraine minerals deal here to Congress tonight. So for those of you who are kind of out of the loop, what is Trump talking about? Didn't Zelensky storm, wasn't he effectively told, no, you come back when you want peace, right? Wasn't he like kicked out of the White House for a good bit there? It's like, well, yeah. But then we got this thing. This is a tweet from Zelensky. This whole spot right here. I would like to reiterate Ukraine's commitment to peace. None of us want an endless war. Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts, which is in line with what the Russians want. We are ready to work fast to end the war, and the first stages could be the release of prisoners and truce in the sky, ban on missiles, long-range drones, bombs on energy and other civilian infrastructure, and truce in the sea immediately if Russia will do the same. Then we want to move very fast through all next stages and to work with the US to agree a strong final deal. We do really value how much America has done, and this one paragraph here, as an FYI, was acclaimed very positively on X when people were reading through it, and people who are in the Trump circle and the Trump admin were like, okay, we like this particularly. So what Zelensky said was, we do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. And we remember the moment when things changed, when President Trump provided Ukraine with javelins. We are grateful for this. Say thank you, Zelensky, right? All the memes of Vance say thank you, right? Well, he's said thank you in one way, right? He's grateful, right? Our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be. It is regrettable that it happened this way. It is time to make things right. We would like future cooperation and communication to be constructive. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it in any time and in any convenient form. We see this agreement as a step toward greater security and social security, solid security guarantees. And I truly hope it will work effectively. So, nice development there, and Trump's probably going to get a little boost out of that, and probably the euro dollar will get a boost out of this, right? If we are closer to peace with Ukraine, I would not be surprised to actually see an improvement here on the euro dollar side when Trump announces it during his speech. Also, we got news on the tariffs, like some really significant news on the Canada-Mexico tariffs. So we got the tariffs saying, okay, Canada's imposing 25% tariffs of their own, retaliatory tariffs. Trump is coming out and then said, hey, you guys know that if you add on tariffs, we're going to copy you now, right? So Trump says, please explain to Governor Trudeau of Canada that when he puts on a retaliatory tariff on the US, our reciprocal tariffs will immediately increase by a like amount. And now here's kind of the bomb that set everything off. Like, that really made the US dollar weak during this last afternoon. Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce, came out and said, hey, if the USMCA rules, which is the trade organization after NAFTA, so now this is the new NAFTA, if USMCA rules followed, Trump is considering relief. We will see tariff changes on April 2nd with Canada and Mexico, just due to retaliatory tariffs, I'm assuming. Trump may roll back Canada and Mexico tariffs tomorrow. Tomorrow, after this and after all this stuff, it's like, oh my god, tomorrow? Dude, when you talk about volatility when trading under a Trump regime, this is volatile. This is insanely volatile. Insanely volatile. Oh, we're putting on tariffs. Oh, we're not putting on tariffs. Oh, we're putting on tariffs. Oh, we're not putting on tariffs. The tariffs compromise announcement is likely tomorrow. Trump is considering relief for USMCA compliant goods, so maybe it's just a pullback on a select few things, and that's that. Trump is to move with Canada and Mexico, but not all the way, is what Lutnick said. So maybe we'll see a bit of a pullback in the degree that the United States wants to enforce their tariffs on Canada and Mexico, because they come to some kind of agreement here in like the next 24 hours. We'll have to see. This is going to be a real test of Lutnick's credibility. Lutnick saying this at a turn of Trump, if it turns out none of this happens tomorrow, it's going to hurt Lutnick's credibility and whether or not people are actually going to trust what he has to say going forward, honestly. So, you know, for Lutnick's sake, I hope what he's saying is true. Otherwise, it's not going to look too good for him, PR-wise, right? And man, yeah, that kind of sucks.
Speaker, the President of the United States.
All right, let's get ready to rumble. Let's see how things move in these markets here.
Members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back. We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
Whoa. Who's that guy standing up right there? Who's this dude here?
And won counties in our country, 2,700 to 525, on a map that reads almost completely red for Republican.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
A celebratory song.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain the quorum in the House. The
Past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100. My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
And that is the speech. As far as a markets review goes, Bitcoin is falling now after the event. Pretty harsh. And this is a 30-second chart, so let's go and back out in time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's probably gonna fall a bit further. I would not be surprised. S&P probably on its way back up a bit.
Thank you very much.
And it looks like the dollar will continue to weaken from here. It doesn't seem like it's going to, after the end of the speech, get any stronger, especially with the call that Ukraine will likely be able to sign the minerals agreement with Trump sometime shortly. And there is commentary, as you'll see here. So this is all of what Zelensky said, with saying he's all good with signing onto the mineral deal now. And this is Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce for the United States, saying that sometime tomorrow there could be tariff relief, even though we just had the 25% tariffs from the United States on Canada and Mexico enforced today. Lutnick came out and said that tomorrow that Trump is going to consider tariff relief for what are called some USMCA compliant goods. So with that in mind, we'll have to see the size of those compliant goods and what will happen, and if that will be a significant enough move to bring a relief rally against the dollar. So we'll see how things develop. As far as things along the lines of that I know for the Canadian dollar and the US dollar and the euro on the FX side of things, it looks like we're going to have a rate cut now fully priced in for the Bank of Canada. So that's not good for the Canadian dollar. And we have 3 rate cuts priced in generally now, depending on how the US economic data develops from here, which we will be covering in future streams, will depend on whether or not we stick with the expectation of 3 rate cuts. And with that said, let's do a trade update. And by a trade update, I mean, let's go ahead and review a little bit from here. Let's go ahead and slap the music back on. And I will say thank you so far, everybody who's been watching. We're going to do a quick review of everything that's happened. We're going to do a quick review of the charts, and then we're going to call it a night. How does that sound? For everyone watching on Kick, YouTube, Twitch, and on WAP, thank you so much. Remember to leave your likes and engage with the content for sure. In my opinion, net, this should be bearish for the US dollar going forward, at least intermediate term. And if you follow me closely, you know I've been long dollar CAD for quite a while, and I'll say I have finally exited the long dollar CAD positions from way down here. All these long dollar CAD positions are now officially exited. And the reason being is mostly because of the tariffs mentioned here from Lutnick. that was the entire thesis for going long on these trades towards the middle of February. And that now seems to potentially be a weaker thing. Now, we will be watching Lutnick closely in tomorrow's stream. Hello, Firesir. Nice to see you in the chat. Oh, let's go ahead and turn the chat back on the screen. Yeah, there we go. So, all is well and good. All is well and good. On the Bitcoin side, we did not see anything particularly crazy happen. In fact, we've seen mostly slight negative sideways drift here. And the reason being is because we had no commentary from Trump during this address on the crypto reserve. There was no mention of crypto at all. So that's why when we look at the last 30 seconds, right, when we look at the last few minutes of the event, Bitcoin fell $800. Reason being is simply, there's the speech is ending. There's no commentary on crypto and how the US wants to become the crypto capital of the world, Trump. Well, then I guess we need to sell this off, right? So I think this is something to fade, considering the Ukraine war is, the pressure on the Ukraine war actually ending now is, and the odds of that actually happening now are much higher, especially after today. Tariff news might ease up a bit. It could be a quite risk on trading day tomorrow, given all the things that are set up here. So for Bitcoin, I'd have more positive expectations. So unless the tariff conversations here with Lutnick go sour, I might, for example, on USD CAD, get back into a long trade at this point. But for now, it doesn't seem worth it. And we already had a few shots that we took on the long side. This one was up like 100 pips at one point. And then we'll see if it ends up working out after Lutnick's moves. We'll see if this works out. Crazy stuff. And there's not too much more to talk about unless you guys have a couple of questions here. So I'll go ahead and say thank you all very much for watching. I'll stick around here for about another minute or two if you guys got questions. Otherwise, I'll remind you guys, remember to engage, like, subscribe, and follow to the YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and to the WAP. Remember, if you want to get access to these indicators or to the trade research, wrong Discord, let's see here. Yeah, if you want to get access to the trade research, all this stuff is free in the research forums with the outlooks, where we actively and proactively do trade research as far ahead of time as we possibly can. Go ahead and hop on over to the WAP and click on Plan the Profit Discord. Go ahead and join there. And if you want to try out these indicators that you see on the stream, go ahead and start the 10-day free trial. And if you want to watch me do some programming for free live on stream, go ahead, make sure you are in the Discord, and you'll get an announcement in the streams channel here. We'll be doing the next stream once the bug in TradingView is fixed, which should be happening sometime this week. So I'm hoping for another Saturday PineScript stream, which would be great. So if you want to see that stream on YouTube, that's fine, but I'll also be streaming it here through WAP. And through WAP, under the PineScript mentorship offer, you'll be able to get access to some one-on-one time with me if you want a mentorship on how to write some good PineScript. And there'll be some bonus materials uploaded here throughout time. So joining this WAP is free. Make sure you go ahead and do that if you want to stay up to date on what I'm up to on the PineScript stuff. And as always, there's free indicators available here on TradingView. Alrighty, you guys. With all that said and done, I see no more questions, so I'll go ahead and say thank you all very much for watching. I see all the likes, I see the follows. I appreciate it very, very much. And I will see you all in a bit.